Well, good afternoon, good morning, or good evening, depending where you are joining us from. Welcome back to day 4 here at the Farnborough International Airshow. You got me solo today, no Mick. That is all because tomorrow morning Melbourne time, obviously we have got the Airbus A350 ULR coming into Melbourne. First time on Australian shores. And Mick, along with a number of our other colleagues, are going to be live streaming the event from Melbourne Airport. Alright, starting out with our GE Aerospace Saab 340B. Now this is the aircraft that is fit with one regular engine there on the port side, and on the starboard is a hybrid electric. Now this shows industry that it won't be too long before we start seeing hybrid electric commercial aircraft out there in the wild. Would be great to see Rex back in Australia upgrade their Saab 340Bs with these hybrid electric engines once they are in production. But not sure when that will be. Yeah, I saw we have Justin there, Keno's Trains, saying, hey Tim, hope you're enjoying your time in the UK. Oh, disappeared. Can't stay for long. He has to be up tomorrow. That's all good, mate. Yeah, unfortunately, you're going to miss both shows because of work, but we all know what the work-life balance is. It can be a tricky beast sometimes. We've got Peter Vary, or Vare, apologies there, mate. But hi from the UK. Which part of the UK are you hailing from there, Peter? Watching the wrong feed to keep up with the aircraft. But yeah, we've got a decent show lined up today. Starting out, with this GE Saab 340B, followed by the Beta CX300. That's the fully electric light commercial, what would you call it, a regional aircraft. Logan Air committed to purchasing 5 of them while at the air show. So, Macclesfield up near Manchester. Very good, mate. After the Beta CX300, we will have the Airbus A350 1000 demonstrator. If you joined us yesterday, you would have seen they put on quite a spectacular show with that aircraft yesterday. Speaking of our CX300, don't mind me, just forgetting how to drive the computer. This is our little CX300 from Beta. Done up there in the Logan Air livery. I think it carries 5 passengers plus the pilot. So wind has swung around today, unfortunately. Looks like they are going to use, I think it's runway 04. Alex Tabiri joining us there in the chat, mate. Hope you're well. Yeah, I understand it is late at night back in Australia where our primary audience is, but I appreciate you guys, even if you pop in for a little bit.
Good afternoon, everyone, and a very warm welcome to Farnborough International Airshow 2026, Day 4. My name is Sam Fisher, and I'm the co-commentator for the world-renowned commentator Joe McGrath. And of course, an airshow isn't an airshow without sponsors and partners. And we'd particularly like to thank our strategic partner, Barclays Bank, and platinum sponsors Airbus, Boeing, Embraer, Jobs Ohio, Lockheed Martin, and RTX, and gold sponsors CFM and GE Aerospace, silver sponsors Bell, KPMG. Thank you all very much for backing this very important international air show. So we hope you're all looking forward to an afternoon of roll demonstrations and displays from a variety of aircraft. So Joe, what have we got coming up?
Well, first today, not so much about the aircraft as opposed to the technology on the aircraft. It's a pretty standard Saab 340B aircraft. It's like a regional turboprop.
Sam Taylor back again, PTFS Lufthansa. Lufthansa, apologies, back for a second day. Ethan Siddle, g'day.
A little bit of battery, a little bit of combustion. It's the same thing I do love my hybrid. I get a lot more of it. So today we have Ray Martel. Ray, welcome to the commentary position. And you work for GE? GE Aerospace, that's right. GE Aerospace, yeah? Yes, correct. Okay, good. And you're in partnership with Beta, am I saying the Beta or Beta? Beta. Beta Technologies, okay? And you guys have created this amazing aircraft. Just on the right-hand side, you'll see the engine.
Now, hopefully that PA is not overdrawing too much.
Standard turboprop on the left-hand side. What's going on now?
In that nacelle, there's a megawatt class electric motor in there, which makes it a parallel hybrid system.
First plane here will be this one here, the GE Aerospace Saab 340B with the hybrid electric engine on the starboard side. So as we're looking at the aircraft now, the left engine as we're looking at it.
So you're creating what I'm driving. I have a hybrid car, so I drive around in a hybrid car, and I love when I get to the top of the hill, and I can see that little green line.
But we got a bit of a mix-up, a bit of a change-up today of the aircraft. So yeah, we've got the Saab 340B, the Beta CX300, Airbus A350 1000 demonstrator, Italian Air Force Typhoon's going to come back out and play again. The Vertical Aero VX-1A, that is the eVTOL, the aerial vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. We'll have the Chinook display again, Global 8000. Adding into today's show, we've got the Czech Air Force L159. Following that, we'll have the Army Air Corps display with, looks like 2 Apaches, and I'm not sure what the other helicopter is, but I'm sure somebody in the chat will be able to tell me what it is. And then we're going to close out today's show with the Supermarine Spitfire. I think it's a Mark 19 XIX. I'm pretty sure that's 19. Not very good with my Roman numerals.
So the left and the right-hand engine are talking to each other, so they know what.
Sam, same PA, not too bad at all. Awesome, mate. I was hoping it wasn't coming through too bad.
That's correct. Okay, good.
Alex Hammer, yeah, the warmer weather's nice, but not so nice when you're lugging about 20 kilos worth of gear around an air show. Fortunately, those that have seen our Discord posts for Farnborough will have seen the rig that we organised for me getting around the show a little bit more comfortably. And the Monday and Tuesday shows we did here, you would have been able to see our very choppy show from the cart. But no, the warmer weather is certainly nice. I'm shirt and shorts, have been since I started Monday morning.
Looking forward, what would airframes be looking for the applications for this technology?
Marjorie Hammer joining us as well. thank you very much. Saying hello, Tim, and everyone else who is watching. Awesome. Looks like we've got 43 people joining us at the moment. As I said at the top of the show, I understand that this is very much late in Melbourne, where our normal audience is from, but appreciate locals that are tuning in, as well as any of our international visitors. Hopefully us coming to Farnborough is worth it and you guys are enjoying the content.
That's pretty good. And you said you work with NASA. Tell me a little bit about the with NASA.
Controversial question there. Airbus or Boeing? Let us know in the chat what you guys reckon. Airbus or Boeing? Personally, look, it really depends on what we're talking. What era, what genre of aircraft we're talking. Narrow bodies, wide bodies. Obviously, all-time favourite would be the Boeing 747. In terms of modern long-range aircraft, I would have to go Airbus, being either the A380 or, bluntly, my preference might be unpopular, A350. I've flown a couple of flights on the A350 and very impressed with them. But yeah, as I said, it really depends on what era we're talking about, what configuration we're talking about.
That's correct, yes. Parked all this week. It'll be parked there again tomorrow. Right at the front of the static display area.
Harry Fitzgerald there saying, Boeing as a pilot, Airbus as a passenger. Interesting. Okay. I'm guessing that's preference of flight controls as a pilot for the Boeing, but passenger or cabin amenities would be on the Airbus. Alice Hammer, yeah, Airbus for the current offerings. And I think that's what you got to talk about. If you're talking about current, I would say Airbus is leading the way. Obviously, Qantas rolling out the Airbus A321 XLRs late last year. Got the opportunity to go for a couple of flights on those, thanks to Qantas, and they were absolutely enjoyable for a short to medium haul. I don't know how I'd feel in a full economy down the back, going all the way from, say, Brisbane to Perth. But the Melbourne-Sydney leg I did, it was pretty good. It wasn't a full economy by any means, so I did get to spread out. And those of you that have met me, I'm not a small bloke, so broad shoulders, not particularly tall, but I get claustrophobic as well, so sitting in tight, cramped economy is certainly not for me. But having said that, I've flown on the Jetstar A321 Neos, and obviously Jetstar goes to that little bit tighter configuration than Qantas does, which is understandable. They are a budget airline. They're trying to get as many bums on the seats as they can per flight. But horses for courses. Everyone's got their own preference of what they enjoy. PTFS, yes. We actually have a show starting at about 10 a.m. Melbourne time. The other half of the Melbourne Flyer crew, along with our colleagues from In Plain Sight in Adelaide, are going to be putting on an awesome show. I think from memory, the count is there's going to be about 6 different live streams, all from Melbourne Airport tomorrow morning. So, it's going to be very interesting to see the ULR arriving in Melbourne for the first time. Sam Taylor brought up on Boeing aircraft, flew in the 727s when he was a boy. Okay. All right. Here we go. We're starting our display. with our Saab 340. I probably won't get to see the chat much for during the displays, but I'll try and catch up after the display.
Hybrid electric in flight in an airliner-sized aircraft.
So you can see the aircraft on the left there.
Listen to the noise.
Sounds great if you hear the up there.
Takes off. You get a good view of the hibernation on the right-hand side of the aircraft as he pitches up. Now, we've been told that cloud is up at 4,500 feet. Isn't it lower than me? Let's see.
So the pilots are going to use the hybrid system to enhance their flying out there. That additional power will really help in the flying.
Sorry, our focus decided to focus on the clouds.
That's right, again, so as he comes out of this turn and goes into this first pass, the pilots will be engaging the hybrid system in motoring mode, so pulling power from the batteries in the fuselage and pushing it to that motor.
So this is what we call harvesting the power.
This is it's electric, essentially.
On a normal flight path, how many people would be on board that?
GE is lucky in that we have the 747 test bed, which can carry many people. Unfortunately, in this one, we've got just our 2 test pilots and an automated data collection system that doesn't require any more people than that.
I think the pilots would be happy about that.
Yes, pilot workload quite reduced.
So that was the motor mode segment.
Correct.
Now the aircraft's now going to pitch up to about 1,500 feet and come back at 150 knots and into the next mode.
That's right. This time around, they'll be coming down during this descent and pass by, they'll be in generating mode. Again, this time they'll be pushing that power to the batteries.
So this is where I'm in my car at the top of the hill and I'm just about to go down.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Regenerative braking, using your downhill momentum to generate. Again, with the same motor, it operates in both directions, pushes power either to or from the battery.
As he pitches up again, cruising about 1,500 feet by the looks of it there.
1,500 feet is only a small portion of what we tested to on this program. A big part of this was being all the way up to 30,000 feet.
And it's really cold up there, so how does that affect the batteries?
We have a quite extensive thermal management system, which is part of the reason you see the different left to right hand cells on this, as we were managing all those different conditions and keeping everything safe.
So the aircraft now coming back to 500 feet, getting ready for a right-hand turn towards current center.
That's right. As he comes by, you see this gray GE Aerospace and partner livery, which matches the 747. It's on its way from static viewing over in the static display area.
That would look good on the hat.
Oh, yes, certainly.
And that hat on my head.
Yes, we'll see what we can do about that.
So the air hybrid passes over. Beautiful belly shot there. As he comes around again. We're making history this week with this propulsion system in Farnborough. First time ever being displayed in Europe, in the UK, I should say. But you have done other shows with it, yeah?
No other shows. This is the first public unveiling of this airplane.
Christine was very, very happy that she managed to keep it under wraps.
It was quite a task. She isn't a small airplane, so it does sort of stick out, and to aviation experts, you can certainly spot the differences that we made.
Here comes the show center pass. Beautiful underbelly. Get to see that profile of the 2 different types of engines.
And that difference is just one of the things you'll see as we use this platform to bridge to our future of flight. You know, it's collecting data that's going to put us on the path to sustainability improvements in all of our future products, not just the aerospace, but also data.
It's interesting to me, I'm a big follower of all the different types of fuels, and of course, with hydrogen aircraft that we're trying to do, the problem that it has is the heat that the hydrogen, when it combusts, you have to have these massive radiators to cool them down. So that's bringing that reduced drag, parasitic drag onto the aircraft. So it's a trade-off between the drag that you're creating because you have to have these massive cowlings. You guys seem to have nailed that because it's not that much bigger than a standard cowling.
That's correct. Yeah, a lot of work went into those sorts of things to keep this operating basically like a normal SOP 340.
So this is what we call a dirty pass.
That's correct. Gear down.
Gear down, and flaps. Pitch the aircraft over. $120 knots. Obviously with the gear down you have a lot of restrictions on what speed you can do.
Yep. Again, so the pilots will have this in the boost or motoring configuration as they come around this final turn here. Gear back up. And start to come around for landing.
So he's cleaning the aircraft up. Heading back down towards these turning points. Chris at the controls and Nick helping out.
Chris and Nick, two great pilots, 2 of 4 throughout the program. GE's pilots also helped out with the program and flight test planning. It's been an overall great collaboration between these 2 companies and all the partners, again, NASA and others.
So it looks to me like he's extending. I think he's going to come down 06. Nope. He's going downwind for 24 maybe. Extending downwind. Now, as I said earlier, if you do want to get a close-up look at this aircraft, it's right next to the 747. And if you can't find the 747, you shouldn't be allowed out when you're in an airshow.
It's pretty much visible from anywhere within close proximity in the airport. The tail sticks proud of almost everything else around.
Is it the biggest than the Airbus here?
You know, that's a good question. I don't want to overstate.
No, me neither. I'm not going to commit. I'm going to check my facts before I say it. So the aircraft, as you can see, is configured for landing now. The gear has come down, and he's going to come around on approach. He's going to land on 24 as he heads back in for the final penultimate time. Because you're flying tomorrow, aren't you?
We are flying again tomorrow.
Okay, so this is the penultimate flight on this amazing demonstration of GE Aerospace and its partners.
Yeah, we won't be live streaming tomorrow. I've decided that tomorrow will be a day to visit the show, to capture some video on the Insta360 and aim to make a long form video showing you guys around the show. I know we have done a couple of lives to look at the static with mixed results on the live streaming, but yeah, we're going to aim to do a longer form video of walking around the air show, showing you what there is here. A couple of Apaches there, photo bombing the landing. Alright, that was the Saab 340 with the hybrid engine. Harry T there. Good afternoon, Tim. How's it going, pal? Good evening to Mick too. Mick's not with us today. Mick is tucked up in bed getting ready for the big ULR arrival tomorrow morning Melbourne time.
Farnborough International Airshow 2026. Big
And yes, Harry, the plan is to stay for the Spitfire. Believe it'll be around 4:45 local time. So a little over an hour and 15 minutes. So about 1:15 Melbourne time. She Digs Life. Good afternoon to you. Hope you are well. Alright, next up is the Beta Technologies CX300. This is the fully electric regional aircraft. Logan Air here in the UK committed to purchasing 5 of them to service the remote islands, I believe.
So Kat, you're back. Up next, Beta Technologies, CX300.
Indeed it is. I finished yesterday about the Spitfire to close the show because I just got asked what aircraft is my favourite of all time. And I said the Spitfire, national heritage, and we'll be very excited to see it later on this afternoon. So, next on the programme. And incidentally, if you've got the app, the Farnborough International Airshow app, it'll also give you timings of all the displays and what order they're in.
Now we've got a fire truck moving down the runway. Probably going to photobomb our shot in a sec.
This is the future of regional electric aviation.
There he is.
Incidentally, I went down to visit the stand yesterday, I think it was, and I got to meet the CEO, Luke Barjara, and the CEO, Natalie Bush. And they told me a little bit about their new purchases. So they purchased 5 of these aircraft, with a view to purchasing 5 more as well.
Yeah, the CX300 is an interesting aircraft, but going to be curious to see how it performs in real world.
They're going to continue doing this, serving these hard-to-reach areas, but in a more sustainable way. And that, obviously, is why they have purchased these aircraft. They believe that they're...
Alright, we are rolling.
And Beta Technology. They both think along the same lines. So, Beta Technologies CX300 is rolling. And is already airborne. It's one of the most advanced all-electric aircraft currently in development. And is helping redefine the future of regional air transport. Developed by Beta Technologies, this is a performance-based aerospace company founded in 2017. The CX300 has been designed as practical, conventional takeoff and landing aircraft, a CTOL, that can operate from existing airports while producing 0 in-flight emissions. Rather than waiting for the widespread infrastructure required for air taxis, Beta has focused on creating an aircraft like this that can enter service using today's network aviation, what's already out there.
So now, as they say, in-flight emissions, obviously until renewable energies become a little bit more aviation friendly, there will still be the use of, I dare say, generators on the ground or grid connections.
Which reduces development costs and creates a common platform for both types of aircraft.
Bit of a wing wave to the crowd there.
Great presentation of the valley there for this perfect photo. Powered by a main form of electric propulsion system driving a rear-mounted twisted propeller, the CX300, as you can tell from outside, is remarkably quiet compared with the conventional piston or turboprop aircraft. Typically cruises around 105 knots, reaching a maximum speed of approximately 135 knots, and has demonstrated a range of around 336 nautical miles on a single charge. And the recharge time is less than 1 hour, using Baker's rapid charging network, with multiple with their buyers close now, and doing short hops all around Scotland. The aircraft is designed to carry up to 5 passengers and 1 pilot, or approximately 1,500 pounds of cargo. It's got a spacious cargo compartment of around 200 cubic feet that makes it particularly effective for freight, medical logistics, and express parcel operations. Early customers include organisations involved in medical transport, cargo distribution, and regional passenger services, demonstrating this aircraft's large versatility. One of Baker's greatest strengths is its vertically integrated approach. The company designs and manufactures not only the aircraft itself, but also the electric motors, the battery systems, and the charging infrastructure. This allows tighter quality control and ensures that operators have access to a complete ecosystem, rather than simply purchasing an aircraft. Hundreds of charging stations are already planned or installed across North America and Europe to support future operations. Certification is progressing steadily with the US Federal Aviation Administration, and Baker has accumulated thousands of miles of real-world flight testing across North America and Europe. Demonstration tours have included flights to major aviation events, such as the Paris Airshow, and now here in the United Kingdom, proving that electric aircraft are capable of practical regional operations rather than remaining purely experimental. For regional airlines, cargo operators, and emergency medical services, the CX300 offers significant advantages. Electric propulsion dramatically reduces fuel costs, lowers maintenance requirements thanks to fewer moving parts, and virtually eliminates local emissions. Noise levels are also substantially lower, making operations more acceptable near populated areas. These benefits make the aircraft particularly well suited to short regional routes where conventional aircraft can be expensive to operate.
Alright, turning base.
I'm just thinking the photographs with that dark sky behind would be a particularly nice contrast. And Beta Technologies CX300 represents a major step towards practical electric aviation. Instead of trying to revolutionise every aspect of air transport at once, demonstrating how sustainable flight can be introduced using existing airports, proven operating procedures, and reliable technology. You see this final turn to land now on 2-4. As battery performance continues to improve and certification is completed, the CX300 is positioned to become one of the world's first commercially successful electric aircraft. And she's down. If you'd like to have a closer look at this incredible new aircraft, then she will be on static display. What do you think of that display then, Joe?
It's just amazing, you know, completely genre.
There we go. That is a very impressive bit of kit. Fully electric, very quiet. Richard Coco joining us, mate.
Carry one of these chargers with them in the cargo area. Anywhere they need to stop, they can pop it out, recharge, and off they go again.
I think it takes an hour, doesn't it?
Yeah, less than an hour, and that keeps them flying for 24 hours.
That's just crazy, isn't it? Being able to hop in and hop out, go on, go over to that island and then over to that one. I'll bring my own little battery pack with me. It's like the ultimate battery pack when you get on an aircraft, you know, you feel bad about what God, I'll just catch fire.
Puts my value to shame, really. That would be the way to travel.
So,
Alright, that there will be our next aircraft up on the show. Will be the Airbus A350-1000. Richard, I'm sure you could do with some more warmth back in Melbourne. As much as it was a shock to come into the warmth here, I'm sure it'll be a shock to come back into the cold when I get back on Friday week.
little heads up, definitely have your cameras ready for the takeoff. This is not a normal takeoff that we would see.
And don't forget that tomorrow morning, about 10 a.m. Melbourne time, Mick will be starting the show from Melbourne for the Airbus A350-1000 ULR first arrival. This is just the A350-1000 demonstrator we're looking at here, but Mick is going to have the Project Sunrise test aircraft, the ULR test aircraft. ETA approximately 11:30, but as we know with a lot of those sorts of aircraft that are subject to change, subject to lots of different things, so but that's always the starting show about 10 a.m. local Melbourne time.
I found out this morning, it's confirmed that the A350-1000 URL is making its first visit to Australia as we speak right now as part of the test campaign. It's departed Toulouse and it's on its way to Melbourne and should arrive at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning Melbourne time. And that's a 20-hour flight. And while Airbus are flying down there, they're obviously carrying out various tests. Fuel systems, the architecture and cabin systems will be undertaken.
Alright, here we go.
Rolling on the runway as it's a picture of the A350-1000 U
Now this will be a sporty takeoff.
Watch out for the pickup as the aircraft rolls out.
You're going to up and roll to the right.
At control, Martin Ridley, the chief test pilot from Airbus. Speed climb at 30 degrees of pitch, approximately 160 knots. Turning away from the crowd and approximately up to about 2,000 feet. Let's talk about this aircraft, A350-1000. Mike here, November 59. This aircraft was the first prototype of the A350-1000, which made the first line of the version back on the 25th of November 2015, so it's nearly 10 years old. The A350-1000 is no longer a fuselage version, it's 73.8 meters in length, and seating, depending on the class of the version, has been 350 and 410 passengers, including classes, and reach up to 8,900 nautical miles. Now, this particular model features a more powerful Rolls-Royce train, the XWB 97 engine, as opposed to the 250-900 aircraft. So, as you can see, the slow car. Orders at the end of June for 2026 were 1,595 tables for the 250.
Nice slow pass there.
wider cabin, combining with a 1.2-ton structural weight reduction, 3-ton increase in maximum takeoff weight, capable of extra payload and range flexibility. Google pops up there with a dark side in the background. In September of 2023, we certified a new 322 metric ton takeoff weight for the A350-1000, and this new metric takeoff weight boosts the aircraft range by about 180 nautical miles. And I'll calculate for that very impressive range of 8,000 miles. The A350 family commonality is one of its major strengths. It provides flexibility of the A350 family, the A350-1000, which is a high level of commonality compared to the A350-900, with a 95% common system part rate and same height rate. If you'll find 330, you can fly these as well. As I said earlier, the special variant, the A350-1000 URL.
The commentator is butchering it. He's calling it a A350-1000 URL, not a ULR.
Power up, turn away to the right hand side. The greater version will bring a reduction in fuel consumption and carbon emissions up to 40% compared to previous generation wide-body freighter aircraft. Pitches his nose down, coming out of 1,500 feet. And back down to 800 feet as it approaches at about 130 knots. Big part of this program is pioneering the sustainable aviation fuel, it's SAF usage. A350, like all of the airlines within the Airbus product, is already certified for 50% of the SAF range. But Airbus are not happy with that. They're going to continue on, and they're looking for certification of 100% SAF by 2030 for commercial aircraft and for the helicopter fleet as well. Aircraft is already, Airbus has already explored the use of 100% SAF on 2 engines simultaneously on other A350 test aircraft. Now you can see the aircraft is configured for landing, gear is down. He's going to be landing on runway 06. The A2 family brings together the very latest in aerodynamic design and advanced technology. It's a 25% step change in fuel efficiency and a 25% lower seat per mile cost compared to current aluminum titanium, modern aluminum alloys, composite materials are of course corrosion and heat-free, and that's resulting in a lot easier maintenance. Those Rolls-Royce XWB engines generate 25% lower CO2 emissions. The coming to land for the ultimate day at Farnborough International Airshow, the Airbus A350-1000. This is with the fact 53% composite versus previous generation aircraft, 25% less fuel burn, 25% lower operating lower CO2. The world cup today, leading the back, rear again, the aircraft up,
Wow, that was a very impressive display there by the Airbus A350-1000 demonstrator.
So, we're waiting that to clear the runway. Coming from my left-hand side is the Italian airport and the subsequent.
Richard, Emirates flight to Dubai was premium economy was maybe 3/4 full. I got stuffed around a little bit by the check-in agents, but yeah, here's what it is. My mum is there. Hello, mama. Richard, that's all right. We've got the boys from In Plain Sight are popping across from Adelaide to assist Mick. Don't mind me, just having a bit of a hydration break. Yeah, this is our Italian Air Force Eurofighter Typhoon that's going to head out and do a display for us shortly.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mike Pelubo from the departure, Spain Italian Rolo, flight Queen, Solfetti late 80s, was given the official chance of presenting Italian aircraft at airshows around the world. But in those days, we flew the F-114, the Tornado, the AMX, the G2022, and rotary wing aircraft for every kind. We've always wanted our questions, our questions to be a little closer to the public. So, we still hope we might inspire the next generation. Today's display will be...
Yeah, Harry, I will be staying for the Spitty unless these clouds develop into something yuck, but plan is, yeah, to stay for the Spitfire. PTFS, yeah, it's the Italian Air Force Typhoon. Sam, I'll absolutely do my best to keep up with the Typhoon, but as I'm sure you can tell, it's fast jets are not easy to keep up with. I'm just going to very quickly get some earplugs in. I've got our broadcast headset on, but I can tell you right now the Typhoon makes a lot more noise than these are designed to block out. But yeah, nothing happening at the moment because the 350-1000 still sitting there on the runway.
design philosophy. Today, at Airshow around the world, aircraft continues to demonstrate a combination of agility, performance, and control that defines from the very beginning.
PTFS, yes, I understand going full screen for the Eurofighter's display. But yeah, so we're currently waiting for the A350 1000 to vacate the runway. They're behind the Royal Army helicopters. We can see the flight crew there getting ready for their display. They are second last on the schedule. Should be, I think, around 3:30 local time for those. No, 4:30. Sorry, no, it must be 4:30. Don't mind me. Oh, yes, I can imagine it would be pretty cold there tonight. It's certainly not cold over here today, just to rub it in just that little bit.
While we wait for the clearance, maybe we're remembering that your flight routine is just past 1 million flying hours, and at exactly the same time, you will get to run engines between them on every single aircraft and log 2 million engine flying hours between them. So as major material places the sky, you will identify the center cycling, well, everything you're about to see, remember, every critical time, every high speed, fast, everything.
As I said earlier, no live stream tomorrow. Made the decision to come into the show light with the Insta360 to try and do some filming for a long form video that will hopefully get up on the channel in the coming weeks. Alright, there's back in the A350 1000 in, I'm assuming, to turn it around to bring it back down to its display area, which is south of my location. Yeah, Richard Coco, absolutely, mate. I have actually extended the trip by a little bit. To get a couple of shows in. Hopefully Heathrow 1 or 2 shows. Hoping to do maybe Gatwick and possibly a Birmingham as well, since I'm flying back out of Birmingham. So we'll wait and see. All depends on time and energy. Equipment wise, we think we found a pretty good setup for the equipment. We dropped 0 frames yesterday, and we're still sitting on 0 dropped at the moment, so we'll have to wait and see. But plan is for any airport streams will be more than likely will be morning my time, which will be early evening Melbourne time. So we're probably going to try and aim to fit into our usual time slot of around 7:30 Australian Eastern time, which will be morning shows out here. I think from memory 7:30 in the evening is about 10:30 in the morning. So it looks like they put the A350 in a different location today. And then shortly after that, I dare say we'll have our Typhoon. Here we go. Typhoon on the move. He's not mucking around. Apologise if I lose it, guys. Fast jets and tripods are a tricky mix. Gone vertical to the point I couldn't keep him. A high angle of attack approach.
17 roll rate, no water lost, no speed level. 360 degrees all the way around. Now, accumulate all the back at the center of the stage, another pass, another 3. Airshows are all about adaptability. Right now, the pilot is working hand in hand with the flight group commander to adjust the display to descending from up. When the clouds are low, the visibility is high. Tie the knot, dare return, 27 degree roll. Right to surprise return, left. Then there's a ruse and escape maneuver concocted by John Derry. A remarkable figure, also for Italian Air Force story. People are
What a display that's been so far, hey?
But now, I would like to take a moment, just a quick word about the striking special livery. On today, now she's talking, on today, you'll find the portrait of Prince Amadeo Nicobarska, commander of 4th Wing in the 30s, alongside the Wing's historic Transient Force emblem. The scheme marks the Wing's 95th anniversary and honors a commander renowned for his courage, leadership and chivalry. Notice that having the respect of his British opponents, the Grand The helmets logo in the latest helmet mounted logistic equipment, projecting vital flight data right to the line of sight, plus full optical protection. It provides cockpit and the best scientific safety with computer control, reasoning support technology, expert flight of control, reasoning support technology. So giving us just fully enhanced the class, the final design. Now, as Mattia flies the aircraft downwind for landing, well, I really enjoy this impressive maneuver, but I'd like to remind everyone that our aircraft and static display are also open for visit. The C-37 James Spartan, the remarkable touching transport aircraft, and the P-46 Master, the advanced jet trainer from Leonardo. So please, you take the opportunity to meet the previous asked questions and have a closer look on the flight display. Mattia Musarelli, reparto sperimentale di volo. What my colleague shows overview.
Mike, what can I say? Fantastic display, fantastic competition and challenge. Of course, we're going to see you tomorrow here for the last and final display. Sure. I think you'll be glad to hear it. So, thank you very, very much to everybody. catching their foot, who worked so hard to bring this to the aircraft, and what a fantastic display. Coming up next, though, something very, very different. I actually kind of remember back in the day when Eurofighter was skating in Farnborough here, and we all went, oh wow, this is the latest technology, this is amazing, look at this. Well, obviously, 20, 30 years later, new technology is coming on, and I'm very pleased to say vertical aerospace here, which is digital,
There we go. That was Italian Air Force Eurofighter Typhoon. Official weatherman Josh, good morning, mate. Hello, Megatha. What are you doing up? I would have thought you'd be asleep. All right, next should be the vertical Aero VA1X. We saw this awesome piece of kit yesterday. A eVTOL electrical vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. Sam, thank you very much. As I said, I do my best. I feel I didn't do too badly there. Lost it a couple of times, but so hard to keep track of. Oh dear, Megatha. Can't sleep.
So your official title is Senior Cockpit and Cabin Systems Manager. Yep. What's an easy translation of that?
I lead the team that designs the systems that go into the cockpit and cabin, and spend a lot of time with pilots trying to understand exactly everything they need to enable safe and successful flight. And yeah, watching that aircraft right now, thinking back to the years that we spent trying to fine-tune the design amongst all the other teams at Vertical, and there's many employees of the company who are here today, and they're
See if we can get the capture the action. Hopefully the Army officers don't get in their way too much.
We started back in 2016 with small, less than 10. Oh, well, it always starts with 1, but we built up very slowly, but we're into hundreds now. But comparatively to some of the other companies on the space, we're still quite small, but we're very, very ambitious, and you can probably tell from the way I deliver.
Absolutely. Is the entire team as enthusiastic as you are?
100%. People really are passionate about this. People put their heart and their soul. Sometimes put weekends into it because we care, not just the job. We all really matter.
Among 33, thank you for being with us today.
And that's what Farnborough International Airshow is about. It's about looking towards the future.
We're hoping everyone's enjoying the content we're bringing.
Absolutely, and also inspire people.
Obviously very different to our usual shows, but absolutely awesome to see some new technologies, as well as some different aircraft. Like, we don't see the Typhoons down in Australia. That'd be very rare if they've been down there before. I'd be kind of surprised, but now can't pull supers up at the moment, but official weatherman Josh celebrating 8 months as a gold frequent flyer. Thank you very much, legend. Saying 8 of the best down, heaps more to come. Now into the future. Thumbs up. So thank you very much, Josh. Your support greatly appreciated, mate. But yeah, apologies, can't get supers up at the moment. Usually my right-hand man Mick would be bringing those up, but yeah, unfortunately not in a position to at the moment.
See now the motors are starting to accelerate, spin up to the RPM.
As I said, Mick's getting ready for tomorrow's show, and by getting ready I mean I hope he's sleeping.
And at this point now, there's enough of that happening, so it was enough lift for the aircraft to be pushed into the sky.
There we go.
The right-hand joystick.
We are airborne.
Pulling it back, command the aircraft into the sky, and then with the left hand he's pushing forward on the joystick, which commands the front four motors to start tilting forwards, with the aircraft beginning to accelerate. As this happens, more and more aircraft start to flow over that wing, and this is generating more and more lift, so the motors start to relax, and start to enjoy themselves a bit more because they don't have to do as much work, because the wing is starting to take over. And the aircraft now passing the commentary booth, we've got a perfect angle of those the front four tilts, and they're pretty much fully facing forward now. And if everyone looks really closely at the aircraft as it flies away, those aft motors are pretty much turned off now. And the propellers on them are starting to stow, so they stow on top of each other, and they're parked in a position that is extremely, or into the incoming airflow, which is a lot more aerodynamic. And so Paul is now flying off into the distance, taking a right turn over Farnborough, and wow, what another moment on day 4.
It takes off, it lifts like a helicopter.
Yeah.
So you say take off, the helicopter's lift. Then it gets the forward motion, then the wing, which is a foil, starts to fly, and then that takes over, and then it flies as a helicopter, as a fixed wing. It's magic. Amazing.
And we wish to really look out when we fly overhead, just listen to it. It's one of the key differentiators between an aircraft like this, first aircraft coast type, and a similar platform, perhaps a helicopter or something like that, is the noise. So when it flies overhead, listen to it, because it is very quiet. It's flying off the distance now, taking a left-hand turn, to come back and fly overhead in just a moment.
But this is what? Is it a fixed wing? Or is it a rotary? It's a new category, right? It's a new category of aviation. So how are you going to get this aircraft certified?
So to get an aircraft like this certified, there's a new set of rules that's put out there by regulators. So Vertical Aerospace works under the regulatory oversight of the CAA, and we also work under the ACTA rules. And we just talk to lots of regulatory bodies around the world, and we're really understanding all the rules set out to make something like this safe enough, so that we can also put our own design on it and talk to customers and figure out what's more useful for them. We blend all that together, meet all those regulatory requirements, and propose that. And that's pretty much what we're doing.
Oh, what do you see the main jobs of this aircraft that we'll be doing? What is the forte at?
The primary short term what we see is that there's a bit of an acute problem that we see in urban areas right now of lots of congestion. As we see the aircraft fly over right now on site. So there's an acute problem with ground transportation, getting A to B in a place like London. If there's not already a rail link or something like that, you're stuck in traffic, and even if there is a rail link, maybe there's leaves on the line or something like that. So there's issues, we just can't build ground transport fast. So we really see an aircraft like this doing urban missions in the short term, going to an airport, going directly into the city, so you don't have to rely on those other means. And then in the long term, as the range extends, technology improves, it's doing more and more missions. And we can also pivot to installing a hybrid powertrain on the aircraft as well, which extends that range tenfold from 100 miles to 1,000 miles. And there's been lots of new missions, so regional transport, defence applications. The opportunities are endless, but the majority of our customers in the short term are all airlines. And we can see now as well, look into the distance, those aft motors have just started to spin up again. As the aircraft starts its approach sequence back to an Earth.
Can you give us the key performance figures then for the aircraft?
So the aircraft, with the electric version that you see today, we have 100 miles of range and 150 miles an hour at top speed. And if you go into all 4 and it's our production version, you can start to see the passenger experience that we're expected to deliver. Really first class, roomy cabin, lots of space to store bags.
How many passengers can carry?
So it carries 4 passengers, but we have the volume of space to expand to 6 later on. So it's a very versatile platform. You can see now it's starting to line up with the runway. The aft motors are unstowed, so they're at that 90-degree angle, spinning up as the aircraft slows down. So the lift from the wing is really starting to reduce as the speed of the aircraft is reducing and the deceleration. The front 4 motors are starting to tilt, point back up at the sky, but it's all handled so delicately. The flight control system is just really listening, feeling the aircraft, trying to make sure that it's a perfectly stable approach. As we see the aircraft coming just past the commentary booth now, it's a beautiful sight. Those aft motors accelerating faster and faster and faster. The motors are taking more of the lift. Wow, look at that. The aircraft is slowing down, falling, just pulling back on that left-hand wing, pointing that accelerate. Wow, amazing sight on the day 4 again. Proud moment for everyone in vertical who's here supporting, keeping with vertical t-shirts, getting them a high five. This is really cool.
Many congratulations to all of you. It really is something to hold.
We see here manoeuvre, which is a little bit like a rolling vertical landing.
Alright, how is that for a unique bit of kit?
Different ways the aircraft can come in to an airport. The aircraft goes into that taxi mode, the motors push down.
Sorry, Claudette, yes, I'm running solo today, so yes, approximately 10 a.m. Melbourne time, Mick will be up live with Pete from In Plain Sight to cover the arrival of the ULR around about 11:30 Melbourne time, but the show should start around 10, possibly a little bit earlier Mick was talking about, but we'll wait and see. Wait and see what happens exactly with his timing for starting. I know he's getting there early, but
our pilots, they do love to have fun, and I would do exactly the same if I was in that position.
It'd be pretty early for you too over there, wouldn't it, Claudette?
It's really cool. It's brilliant, it's awesome. I've never flown it. I'm just pilot fly it. There we go, back up into another holder. But I've sat in the cockpit and I've spent a lot of time looking at the cockpit, helping the design, and it's just an incredible experience. And our pilots always come back with a big grin on their face after flying. So back up in the air, so there's motors spinning up again. Paul playing with the audience here.
PTFS, no, do not have to be a member at all.
Remember, after the flight, please come to see the production version. Exactly the same as this.
Our videos are available to everyone. We don't restrict the videos generally. We do the odd members only show. We haven't done one for a while, but no, generally speaking, our videos are available to be watched afterwards.
Incredible. And there's some low speed maneuvers here for yaw to the crowd of Farnborough on day 4. And wow. This is just something that we've been working on for so many years. We've been seeing it in Cotswold Airport for a long time. But as I look at the people who are here today, witnessing this perhaps for the first time, if this is the first day the airshow that they've attended, then wow, I hope this puts a smile on your face and you get to imagine what the future is like.
It's so quiet as well. It must have other future applications for sneaky beaky work.
Yeah, there's definitely some defence applications that some defence organisations are eyeing around the world, and just got a lot of versatility and capability, so there's a lot of options, and yeah, we're really, really proud of it.
What about if something happens or something fails while the aircraft is in flight?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it designed about redundancy?
Exactly. I mean, one of the main features that we talk about is safety.
All right, that is the
This aircraft is designed
VA1X
as an airline, like an EasyJet. If you look at those,
finished.
natural redundancy in front of your eye. It's got 8 motors, so if one of them fails,
There's no single point of failure.
exactly, that's the whole point. And so it's in front of your eyes.
Next, we should have the Chinook display.
To the static display, where
That should be what's up next for us.
and seeing is believing, touching is believing. So
Wow, everyone, this is the future of flight and the future of greener aviation. A huge congratulations to everyone at Vertical who clearly put their heart and soul into this project. Please do go and see them at the static display and in full number 4. Charlie, thank you very, very much. Thank you.
Clint, that would have been lovely, wouldn't it, for it to do a flyover of your Crab Island?
Coming up next for you, everyone, and we have a guest commentator again, who's been with us all week, Flight Lieutenant Sean Ahern from Odium, which is Franklin, 70 miles away, just in case anyone's wondering, out of the way. And very special place in my heart, we'd like to be there for 50 controller many, many years ago. And I love a good dinner. I think I could look at that now, don't they, when you hear the wonder. Especially people that live around here, they may be fairly used to it, I don't know. It is the land of freedom. And Sean will be the pilot himself on this aircraft, so he's very well placed to be able to tell you all about it. So, obviously that's on right. This is the Mark 1 highball. Approaching from the west with an understand load, which is a land.
Yep, our Chinook is inbound. Dare say it'll be maybe 1 minute.
That's got a visual out the window. So right now, I'm going to hand you over to Flight Lieutenant Sean Ahern. Welcome.
Thank you very much, and good afternoon, Farnborough.
Good night, Claudette. Thank you very much.
Live stream, I have to say, as a rotary mate, it's very exciting to see aircraft like the Vertical EVTOL demonstrating the efficiency of the fleet and the futuristic design of that particular aircraft. Ladies and gentlemen, I can offer you none of those attributes in the following display. This is the rip-roaring, leg-slapping good time with the 2036 RAF Chinook roll demonstration. My name is Flight Lieutenant Sean Ahern, the Chinook roll demo team manager, and I'll be your host as we celebrate this capable, battle-proven aircraft, which this year celebrates 45 years of continuous service with the RAF. This year's roll
There we go, our Chinook inbound.
of the same platform, but also its indispensable capability in extreme conditions. From air assault, casualty evacuation and rapid artillery aid, to humanitarian assistance, aerial firefighting, aid to civil authorities, or as a crucial lifeline to evacuate British civilians trapped in war zones around the world, the RAF Chinook remains capable, trusted, and ready. We can now see the Mark 6 Alpha Chinook approaching from cloud left. Underslung beneath the aircraft is a British Army Land Rover and trailer, occupying one. The aircraft's three external power reserves. 3 tons.
Yeah, Land Rover and a trailer underneath the Chinook.
This can comprise a variety of configurations, including ISO containers, armored vehicles, or 2 non-serviceable Apache helicopters. At the controls today is Roll Demo Captain Matt Worth, better known as Whirly to his friends, who welcomed his second child, Harriet, into the world just last Saturday. I hope you'll all join me in wishing him a hearty congratulations. In the co-pilot seat, Flight Lieutenant Sam Soroya. Sam joined Expert Squadron in 2023 and has since honed his flying skills around the world. With a full
The things they can do with this chopper, absolutely insane. And yeah, they were saying celebrating 45 years of operation with the Chinooks. Lost him for a minute. Bye, Meg. How's that? Reversing your chopper, hey? Go, getting a wave out the door there. There we go, there goes the Chinook finishing their display. So next should be our Global 8000. I'm pretty sure should be this one here. Oh, it's a Lynx, is it? Or is that the Lynx that you're talking about, Sam? It's on the ramp here. hope everyone is enjoying our coverage from Farnborough 2026. As I said, today will be our last live stream from Farnborough. Certainly won't be our last from the UK, but will be our last from Farnborough. Alright. Wait for the Global 8000 to position himself for departure. So if I'm looking at the program, we've got 4 more displays, starting with the Global 8000, Czech Air Force L-159, the Army Air Corps there with the Lynx and the 2 Apaches, and ending today's live stream will be the Supermarine Spitfire I'm pretty sure it's Mark 19, XIX. Wasn't very good with my Roman numerals, so. There he is, down behind the Apache. I believe he'll do a fairly sporty departure as well. Alright. Apparently the fastest civilian aircraft after the Concorde, Mach 0.95. That's pretty impressive from a private jet. Very quiet as well. Like our combat group here in front of us is getting ready to head off. Doing a dirty pass there for us. Gear down, flaps down, minimum thrust. Yeah, wouldn't mind a lift home on one of those back to Australia when they head back. So we're coming into land now. Awesome piece of machine. You can only imagine the price tag on it though. But I guess if you're a business traveller and you are travelling a lot, maybe it makes sense. Stops on nothing, look at that. Slow ass Rocco, I'm going to assume she's not a subscriber. That would be why she can't chat. It is in subscriber only mode. If she subscribes, then after 5 minutes she will be able to chat in here as well. Might leave the global there. I'm going to quickly spin you around for the links. I dare say they're going to take off any moment now. They've been warming up for a little while, as well as the Apaches behind you as well. It's not our next display, but the Czech Air Force L159 should be our next display. Unless for some reason the L159 is not going to be displaying. Not sure exactly. There we go. Lynx is about to get airborne, or is getting airborne. Oh, you thought about it. There we go. Going to do a bit of a taxi over to the runway. Two Apaches there as well. Yeah, Sam, I'd say the Gulfstream facilities are quite substantial. Alright, Lynx getting airborne, as well as the Apaches. Just squeeze them all into frame. Right, there goes our Lynx and our Apaches heading off. Gives us a nice clear view of the runway again. Mr. Pete from In Plain Sight. G'day, mate. Peter Vare. I apologise, I'm probably butchering your name there, mate, but g'day, mate. Hope you're well.
From the Czech Air Force, the Aero 159 Alpha. The Alpha stands for Advanced Light Combat Aircraft. And this perfectly represents the ingenuity of the Czech aerospace industry. And it's going to be flown by Major Thomas Grinder, who is on the 212th Tactical Squadron of the Czech Air Force. Practice out your notice if you don't already know. It's pretty common sometimes, really compared with many frontline fighters, but don't let appearances fool you. Here she comes now, taxiing onto the runway. This advanced light combat aircraft is one of Europe's most capable light attack and advanced training aircraft, combining modern avionics, precision weapon capability, and exceptional agility in a highly cost-effective package.
Here we go, the Czech Air Force L159. Now, it wasn't part of our flying display yesterday, so we did not see this one.
The story of this aircraft, the story of the 159, begins with one of aviation's greatest success stories. During the Cold War, Aero Vodocki became famous for producing the legendary L-39 Albatross, a direct trainer flown by dozens of air forces all around the world. By the 1990s, following the fall of the Iron Curtain, the Czech Republic wanted an aircraft that would bridge the gap between an advanced trainer and a genuine combat aircraft, while remaining affordable to operate.
Here we go.
Becoming one of the cornerstones of Czech tactical aviation. Today's aircraft, as I mentioned, comes from the 212th Tactical Squadron, based at Kraslav Air Base, home to the Czech Air Force's light combat fleet. The squadron is responsible for pilot continuation training, tactical instruction, close air support, reconnaissance, and maintaining combat readiness. alongside the nation's Griffin fighters, the L-159 provides a flexible and economical capability for both national defence and for its NATO commitments. They also regularly partake in multinational exercises such as the NATO Air Meet, the Tactical Leadership Programme, and Flying Rhino, helping the Czech pilots integrate seamlessly with Allied air forces. Powering this aircraft is a single Honeywell ITC F124-GA-100 non-afterburning turbofan, which produces around 28 kilonewtons of thrust. And unlike many combat aircraft, the ALCA doesn't rely on an afterburner, which makes it remarkably fuel efficient while still delivering spirited performance. And coming in from the right now. Started off high, but coming back in low now. This looks like a high-speed pass for us. One of the aircraft's greatest strengths lies inside the cockpit. The pilot sits beneath a large bubble canopy that you've probably got a good view of it on that far class with excellent all-round visibility. The cockpit features a glass cockpit with multifunction displays, a head-up display, hands-on throttle and stick control known as HOTAS, and GPS-aided inertial navigation. These systems allow the pilots to transition more easily to fourth and even fifth generation combat aircraft, making the ALCA an outstanding lead-in fighter trainer. Depending on the mission, these include the Sidewinder air-to-air missiles for self-defense, laser guided bombs, Maverick air-to-surface missiles, unguided rockets, conventional bombs, and reconnaissance bombs. It can also carry external fuel tanks to extend its endurance. With a maximal external payload of approximately 2,700 kilograms, the aircraft punches well above its weight.
So no afterburner on this aircraft apparently.
Border security and tactical training. In many situations, using an aircraft like the L-159 makes excellent economic sense. Rather than deploying an expensive supersonic fighter to attack lightly defended targets, the ALCA delivers precision capability at a fraction of the cost, whilst maintaining excellent survivability. It's also proven itself internationally. Beyond the Czech Air Force, L-159s have served with the Iraqi Air Force, where they were used extensively in combat operations against ISIS. And former Czech aircraft have also found a second life in the United States with Grafton International, providing realistic adversary training for American military pilots. combination of military and commercial success highlights the aircraft's reliability and versatility. And something we're all very keen on, that safety has also been built into the design, of course. The cockpit incorporates armour protection, modern electronic monitoring systems, and a zero-zero ejection seat, capable of safely ejecting the pilot even if the aircraft is stationary on the ground. There's onboard oxygen generation, automated flight control systems, and sophisticated health monitoring, further enhancing the pilot's confidence during demanding missions.
Yeah, slow as Rocco. I'm not too sure Wash can't chat then, mate.
Today, more than 25 years after its service, the L159 remains a vital part of Czech military aviation. Entire generations of Czech fighter pilots have progressed through the AFA before moving on to the Brooklyn fleet. And with ongoing upgrades, the aircraft is expected to continue serving well into the future. It remains one of the few truly indigenous European combat aircraft still in active frontline service, and stands as a testament.
All right, L159 coming into land following their display.
As you watch today, you see the aircraft's clean lines, crisp handling, and remarkable agility. The L559 may not possess the raw speed of a supersonic fighter, but what is demonstrated instead is precision, balance, and control. Every maneuver reflects the aircraft's design philosophy, delivering exactly the performance a tactical pilot needs, whilst remaining economical, dependable, and highly effective. Representing the proud traditions of Czech aviation and the professionalism of the 212th Tactical Squadron, this is the Aero L159 Alpha Alpha, a modern light aircraft, combat aircraft that continues to prove that capability isn't always measured by size, but about how effectively an aircraft performs the mission for which it was designed. And what a lovely display to have here. First time this week at Farnborough International Airshow 2026. Thank you very much to the Czech Airfield for bringing 159.
That was a pretty decent display there.
And then pull off to the right-hand side. And that means next up will be the Army Air Corps display team for 2026. Captain Alex is here, and he's going to guide us through this ensemble of amazing helicopters. Of course, the AH-64D Apache longbow, very distinctive shape with the longbow radar on top, and it's also been accompanied by the Wildcat, which is the ultimate version of the Lynx. That's how I like it. It's been through so many upgrades, and the electronic suites on board are truly awesome and amazing. But they're very agile as well. So I'm going to hand over to Captain Alex, and hopefully very shortly they'll be coming in from the holding point in Farnborough Castle.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Mark. Yes, just waiting for the guys to get through, and they'll be with us very shortly. But good afternoon all. My name is Captain Alex Blackwood from the Army Air Corps. It's my pleasure to take you through this year's 2026 Army Air Corps display. Display team is made up of volunteers from 1 regiment based in the Royal Naval Air Station Yeovil, 7 regiments based in the Wallet.
As you probably hear from the commentary, we're about to have the Army Air Corps display.
It's an honour, great privilege to once again have the team use this call sign. This is the first time since 2010 that it's been used. So it's incredibly special within the Air Corps history. This call sign dates back to the origin of the space in 1968. Then, like today, a team of made up of volunteers devoting their spare time around their regular mission duties. Today, as mentioned, the formation is made with 2 Boeing AH-64 Apache attack helicopters, call signs Eagle 1 and Eagle 2, with 1 signed Leonardo AW-159 Wildcat helicopter, call sign Eagle 3. Just been told the guides are cleared in, and you'll see them off to the left approaching in a V shape, also known as Vic formation.
There we go, 2 Apaches and the Lynx,
The Wildcat in the lead.
or Wildcat, sorry.
As they approach us now, will be on the right closest to us. Eagle 2 will be on the left furthest from us. They'll be coming in now at approximately 120 knots, around about 140 miles an hour today. You can see them now just turning in, getting ready to start the spin. That's them now nicely on position. That beautiful Vic formation, incredibly tight, close together. Parts working very hard. Staying up. That's them now approaching the centre point of the airfield. As you do, you'll now see Eagle 3 very up below the centre window. The aircraft will 45 degrees nose up and rolling 93 like a tiger. Then the aircraft will 50 degrees. Over to the right, you'll also see the 1 2 will first 180 degree over towards the bow for exit wide angles in the airfield. In the pilot, working very hard to be Beyond the Apache deck now, you'll see the Wildcat got its own 180 degree wing over, before it moves back towards us at the centre of the airfield. The wing over being one of the most efficient ways for a helicopter to make a U-turn as quickly as possible. Looking in front of us now, you see a unique close-up view of the aircraft for the very first time. And over to the left as well, Eagle 1 and 2 pull up for an even more dynamic maneuver, pulling into a 60 degree nose up compared to 45 degrees the first time, demonstrating remarkable maneuverability of what's a really very heavy aircraft that can weigh up to 10 tons. Now Eagle 1 and 2 conducting a very special maneuver this year. One of the most complicated profiles on display, clearing a 60 degree wing over. As before, both aircraft causes 60 degrees nose up or rolling 90 degrees out of the banker. Now the pilots look to return the aircraft back over their shoulders within 60 degrees. You want to jet to 60 degrees or 270 degrees, now it's out to the left. And now you see straight away the Wildcat sets a rapid climb. This can use operation means you find its forearms direct balance, taking power to anything that it has, even using over 1,300 horsepower. They are the even to cause a rapid climb, bringing the aircraft off to the side back down. Now a great opportunity to get a photograph of the aircraft for the first time in the same frame. They're going to do an opposition pass to the centre of the airfield. You're able to be the Wildcat closest to you. Operation is exclusively employed to rapidly keep fighters and the aircraft at 180 degrees, and the Apache's case is then employed 30 on hand at 2.7 rockets off the target. This is particularly useful in the low-level environment, where the enemy may attempt to ambush or take opportunistic shots at the Apaches as they thunder overhead en route to another mission. Here, the Apaches will look to rapidly return fire as quickly as possible in order to neutralise the enemy threat. Hopefully right now everyone is going to be their final 270 degree wing over. And each interesting is now with the formation of split three individual aircraft, you need to exit the window early to pass through the display in front of you. Adding new complexity to this display demonstrates coordination, cooperation, and security, continue to conduct by road movements, while children ensure they're aware of where the O2 aircraft are in time and space. Let's just run now, see if you can arrive in the problem, set yourselves up, the last class, really agile helicopter is costing 117 miles an hour range of 250 miles an hour. While that multi-role helicopter is generating bench. Fitting with end-to-end 50 power, the side of the aircraft is effectively going down 2 kilometers, which allows us to defend itself at all the transport frame is also fitted on the wing side. Now, so we go to the aircraft, the executing the camera. Finally, you've probably also seen on top of the aircraft, fire control radar. This impressive kit detects 1,024 targets, including small drones. Prioritised 256 of these and allows the pilots in the aircraft to shoot down a 15 with 16, all passing the others via adjacency work and the other aircraft engaged. Now, you see the blue eagle's repositioning, you might want to get the cameras ready. The Eagle 3, joined by Captain Cy Bowen, with Sarah White, and forward by Staff Officer Paul Wilson. Moving on, first ball by Major Robert Gray, Captain Adam Ross. Moving the crew, led by Mr. Peter Braver, followed by excellent new Captain Alan Boyd, by bowling and spinning instructor Cedric. Finally, the Captain the Cy Treasure, moving the ball, walking through this year's display. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the command center for 2026 on the air demonstration. We would like to thank ground crew and the engineers for their tireless work, but also do some of the public and our family for support. One of the insight, the Army Air Force Station, for the record, is the program left as well. Please thank you for your focus now. We've got our normal F6, the chat, stick around, say hi to all, and hopefully we'll be up at 10 o'clock today, straight after this, 9 right over the Wildcat, otherwise it can't be real. So before we wrap up, I want to say once again, thanks very much everyone, thanks for the Airshow, it's an absolute pleasure. Good representation, tomorrow as well. Thank you very much, Captain Alex, and thanks to the Army Air Force for making it on flight. Board the aircraft, the helicopter,
Escort. Big thanks to everybody from the Melbourne Airport, and congratulations on the call sign and the we'll be back to great display. So we're approaching the final act of the day.
Vic Paulaya coming a gold frequent flyer. Thank you, Hayden. Unfortunately, I can't pull up supers at the moment. So this is the Joint Aviation Command British Army Air Corps. Awesome display from them. I truly hope you have all been enjoying our coverage from Farnborough. It's been an absolute blast. We should have one more movement or one more display today, that being the Supermarine Spitfire. It's currently 4:28 p.m, 16:28 here in the UK. Looks like we're just waiting for a couple of crew members, I dare say, from the Chinook display to make their way on board the Lynx there. I think it was a Super Puma, wasn't it? Before they head back out. I got the Spitfire out to the south of us, circling. I dare say once these birds get out of the way, they will bring the Spitfire in for their display. Alright. Well, that was the Joint Aviation Command British Army Air Corps display team. Absolutely stunning display. Even if it was a little bit hectic to try and track them all, but alright, they're out of here. I did have the Spitfire in sight, but not anymore.
The entire airfield is sterilised and clear, ready to carry out its display.
So yeah, Spitfire will be our last movement of today's show, and it will be the last movement of the air show.
Beautiful eggshell, blue eggshell paint scheme on this aircraft.
Oh, Justin, I thought you would go to bed to go to work tomorrow. Nah, mate, I'd love to bring some of this weather back, but yeah, doesn't work that way, unfortunately. But no, mate, it's been an absolute epic couple of days so far. I've deliberately been getting to the air show later the last 2 days just because we've been focusing on the flying display. As I said, tomorrow no live stream. Tomorrow will just be me on site doing some filming. And yeah, once I've done some filming, that'll be the Farnborough Airshow done for another year. But having said that, I'm still in the UK for another week. I head back, I leave Thursday afternoon UK time. So very late Thursday night. and arrived back into Melbourne very late Friday. So
On April 3rd at 45, PS853 flew its first operational sortie.
yeah, so while I'm here, plan is to do hopefully a couple of shows at Heathrow. I'd like to get down to Gatwick and do a show down there as well as possibly doing one up at Birmingham as I'm flying out of Birmingham. So we'll see how it all goes, but
Warbird in all sense.
that is loosely the plans after the airshow.
So the aircraft is off to our left-hand side, I think, behind the commentary. So actually coming from our left. Oh yeah, I can see him now. Way off in the distance. Late 2024, the Rolls-Royce Heritage flight contacted the Southern Flight Attendant behind. Eric remained in the RAF after the war, flying a variety of aircraft, including the Royal Air Force first gas turbine powered Rostovikia. He was used to those high speeds. So coming in from the left, let's just listen to the glorious sound of the Rolls-Royce Griffin powered Spitfire Mark 19.
Lost him. There he is. Oh, done what all the fighters do, gone high. See if we can keep a hold of him this time. Sun's playing tricks on us.
Sunny day for Farnborough and Spitfire in the air. PS853 flew with 16 squadrons until the end of the war. For spending time in Germany. Post-war, the airplane avoided the strapdown, allowed by its high altitude capabilities, and became part of the temperature and humidity of upper air masses flight, which we call FAB. That was FIF Woodbound until 1956, a long post-war career.
He's a slippery little sucker. That's why they were such good aircraft in the war times, eh? Very manoeuvrable, very fast.
The aircraft was purchased by Rolls-Royce to operate the aircraft in recognition of the central part in the Spitfire story that the company played. Rolls-Royce, of course, powering aircraft also flies as a testament to the engineers who designed and built the thousands of Rolls-Royce engines used during the Second World War. Not just on Spitfires, but also Hurricanes, the Lancasters, nearly all of the aircraft flying Rolls-Royce engines. And also as a testament to the pilots and aircrew who relied upon them. Back around for another pass. PS 853. What we see is the epitome of speed. They removed all armament. The aircraft were purely photo reconnaissance. So no satellites those days. You had to fly over there, point the camera down, get your battlefield data and get it back. And these aircraft saved thousands, tens of thousands of lives with their interpretation of German defences leading up to the invasion, and also, as we said earlier, the hunting down of the rocket sites. Obviously, height and speed was their armament, and very few German aircraft would even come close to them. If they were lucky and they were a little bit higher, maybe they could get one sweeping pass. But with the PR-19s, these aircraft were built to outrun any adversary at the time. Now we can notice the undercarriage has been lowered. One of the not so great things about the Spitfire was its ground handling. Incredibly easy to ground loop. You'll notice that the span between the wheels is quite narrow, so that can make taxiing out a bit of a chore. Unlike the Hurricane that has very wide gate on its undercarriage, the Spitfire demands total attention from the pilot at all phases of the landing. Even once your tail wheels come down, very easy to ground loop these aircraft. So watch now as it comes into land. We have to say big congratulations to Chris Hadlow, the pilot, ex-JAG, exchange tour, French as well, Alpha Jets, and corporate jets as well. And Chris was meant to fly at Farnborough International Airshow. I think he told me flying Farnborough International Airshow in 2024, then COVID happened. So he's fulfilling his ambitions today. Well, he got COVID today. Oh no. Oh my word. So Chris Hadlow bringing the Rolls-Royce Spitfire beautifully down onto the runway at Farnborough 2026. 2 years later, Chris, but you're here. Congratulations. Well, Cap, I could not think of a better way to end the day than have a Spitfire come into land and hear that little chuckle of Merlin or Griffin go past us.
No, same. And even asking my favourite aircraft, I think you
No,
know the answer.
don't ask your favourite aircraft for the whole week, because unfortunately you won't be back tomorrow. This is your last day. And I have to say, everybody, for the first time ever, we had a female commentator at Farnborough. I was incredibly happy and proud to be working with Kat all week.
Sam, thank you very much, mate. Your words are super kind. I've had an absolute blast. And I hope you guys can join us for some of the airport streams that we do. I did mention earlier in the show today that those shows, we're going to aim to do them still around morning time UK, so early evening or late or evening Melbourne time. Aiming to be around our usual 7:30 slot.
I've worked on helicopters for 10 years, so I'm a huge fan of both, as you probably
Dave C, what are all you night owls doing up at this time of night?
category. So bring that on. I'm really excited to see where that's
All right. Well, on that note, guys, thank you so much for joining us for the 2026 Farnborough International Airshow, our live coverage. I know the first couple of days were a bit scratchy with the internet. We do appreciate everyone's patience on those days. Obviously, as we said, first time we've taken Melbourne Flyer international, using some new technology with our production. But I think everything went really well tonight. Oh, sorry, for the last couple of days, I think it's gone really well. 2 days in a row, 0 dropped frames. So, yeah, no, we've had an absolute blast. As I said, no live stream tomorrow. I'm going to be at the show filming some content for a longer form video, which will just sort of be a tour around the air show. Thank you, everyone. It's been a blast. Until the next live show, take it easy. Talk to you soon. Bye for now. Yes, guys, if you are still there, as Pete from In Plain Sight said, don't forget about our other show that's going to be taking place in a couple of hours. 10 a.m. Melbourne time, I believe, is when they're planning to start for the Airbus and Qantas Airbus A350 1000 URL inaugural into Australia for the test flight. So if you can hang around for that a bit later on or jump back on, I'm sure Mick and Pete would appreciate you guys tuning in. Thanks, everyone.